Back in the book segment tonight, did you see that? And tonight we begin with the left not letting up on President Obama over Syria.
If you remember correctly, about a year ago, in the heat of the presidential campaign, a hypothetical was posited about what it may take to get the United States involved with the Syrian civil war. This is during the presidential campaign.
A red line for us is we start seeing a whole bunch of chemical weapons moving around or being utilized.
So you're not going to believe what happened. It looks like Assad has used chemical weapons, and that turns out to be the campaign promise Obama's decided to keep. So
Here now to explain further, Fox News anchor Martha McCallum. So it's interesting because while in politics, some Democrats are supporting military action against Syria, some opposing. But the wise guy, left-wing TV guys, almost all are mocking Obama over this.
Yeah, I think that you tapped into something that's very real here this week. And that is, and I know you said it pained you to say it, but that America may be at a point now where we're too weak to do anything about this. And also the issue that the president may never recover from the debacle that we've seen over the past couple of weeks. And these folks are political satirists and they're comedians. And if they don't eventually tap into something that's real, they're not successful.
Do you think they actually believe what I say, though? That number one, the president's legacy is going to be damaged by this. And number two, the truth is, the Americans, we are too weak to deal with these things anymore because we're afraid to, and fear is weakness. Do you think they believe it, or are they just capitalizing on it?
I think the tide is turning.
The tide is turning.
And I think that they are tapping into, and if they ignore, they're not funny.
Well, that's
true. You have to tap into something that people do relate to, and they want to, everyone would like to get a chuckle out of it, but the truth is that there's an underlying truth.
And I think the statute of limitations has run out on Bush. I think in that's 5 years now. How much are we going to blame him? All right, here's David Letterman on Syria.
Remember when he was talking about if we find out that they used chemical weapons in Syria, that would be crossing a red line, and if they crossed that red line, by God, we had to go in there and get them? Well, now the president is saying he never used the term red line. He's saying that the world used the term red line. So it's taken him 5 years, but finally the guy has learned how to bull.
Now, to set the record straight, and Letterman and Stewart don't have to do this because, as you rightly pointed out, they're satirists. The president didn't say red line. He said, the red line is drawn.
It wasn't my red line.
Wasn't mine. The world drew the red line because they all signed the Convention Against Chemical Weapons, which is accurate. However, as you pointed out, that's two you've been right about, McCallum, which is starting to confuse me. 2 in a row. The satirists have turned against him. And they're going to pound it as long as it's in the news. But believe me, they'll get away from it as fast as they can.
You know what else? They got health care. They got taxing the rich. They got gay marriage. And I also think that they're moving on. They're not going along for the bomb dropping, though. That's not part of the contract.
No, not the bomb dropping, especially.
And, they're going back to Hillary, I think, and that's what the preparation is.
Well, Hillary, she's
hand in hand,
Hillary's a bomber.
And getting ready for 2016.
Hillary wants to go. Hillary, I think I saw her taking flight lessons up in Westchester County. Somebody looked like her. She's ready. Now, McCallum, maybe it's me, but I was in my office all day, and I'm looking at the Fox News channel, and there's no one on but you. You're the only one on the channel. I know, right? 9 to 11, and then 1 to 3. It's just you, right?
I know.
What happened to Hemmer? They fire Hemmer?
No, Hemmer was on
He's still there
this morning.
They don't give him anything to do. He's just going, and now Martha. And here's Martha. So, were you on 4 hours?
I locked everyone in an office upstairs.
You were on 4 hours today, right?
I was.
Was it a telethon? Were you raising money for something?
It's a marthathon.
He's like Jerry Lewis. You never get off the air.
I'd be happy to raise some money if you'd like to give me some.
All right, Martha McCallum, everybody. There she is. Fact, a tip of the day.